Today we are going to start. I think you guys are, asking to me that we are going in the theoretical things again. Why don't we go for the practical things? Okay, so today
Uh,
I am just going to start some practical things of gateway level security.
Mahesh, one thing
Yes.
actually. So
Yes.
there was this schedule, right? Like two topics are still remaining. So what about that?
Yeah.
What will you be doing
Yeah.
regarding that
Let me.
actually?
Yeah, the both topics will be covered later on. But the thing is, you guys are not able to provide me assignments just because of some practical things are pending. So that is why today I'm just going to teach you some practical aspect of networking concepts. Okay, so if you just learn all those things, and then you can go for the assignments side by side. That is why I'm just planning to go for some practical aspect of what gateway level security that you can understand it. But the topics which is left, okay, we will go for it, no problem whatsoever. We will go for it tomorrow itself. Okay, so my first motive is just to basically we have learned the theoretical concept, okay, of gateway level security networks things. So we should go again with the practical things same time, so that you can learn easily and you can just initiate the things which you have learned with the same topic same time. Perfect. Hello. So, can we go for practical things today, or you just go for some the same topic, which is asset security we are just talking about right now? Which will you prefer? Because I prefer that you guys need to understand the practical things is also important same time, so that you guys asking for the practical things, so that I try to make the things on practical today.
Practicals is the best, sir.
Okay, so no problem. The topics which we have left right now, so we will go for it, no problem. Okay, this is the asset security sort of thing, so we will go tomorrow itself. But the practical things, because we already done the network security, okay, cyber security sort of things, so we will go for the things again. Make sense? Okay, so please, my request to all of the guys, please mute your audio so that other guys are getting the problem same time. Okay, please mute your audio, and once you're going to be ask any questions, you can just unmute your audio and you can just ask a questions, and again you go for the mute your audio, so that I just provide the classes effective way. Right. So first of all, we have just talking about some gateway level securities. Okay, so it's a firewall sort of things. Okay, so we have different firewalls available in the market. Right, Palo Alto's next generation firewall is there. We have some Sophos firewall is there. We have some, Fortigate firewall is there. So all the firewalls we have got some demos available. Right, we have online demos available. The images also available, so you can just go to the site and you can just find out the images of the firewall, and you can configure this particular images to your VMware workstations, and then you can configure it on your own, and then you can gonna work it. But the most of the things, because the online things are available, so don't go for what virtualization sort of things, and images you need to capture and then you store in the VMware, and then you need to configure it from your own, and then you can one of sort of things. There is no use cases, because the things which you are going to be learned, it is available on the online sessions. Okay, so no need to worry about it. So first of all, we just talking about right away today is different firewalls. So we have some Fortigate firewalls available. Okay, the first what firewall is right now is number one firewalls in the market right currently, it is Palo Alto firewall. Okay, it's a next generation firewalls, we can say that, right. So in the next generation firewalls, what you can go for it, you can just go to the www.paloaltonetworks.com sites, and then you can go
Mahesh,
for the. Yes.
excuse me, we are not able to see your screen.
Pardon?
We are not able to see your screen.
Okay,
This
wait a sec.
screen issue.
This screen is missing. Okay, no problem, dear. Uh, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Yes, just tell me if any, you know what, if this is the audio's issues and any, what screens things, so you can just let me know same time so that I will provide you help. Okay. So the thing is important. The first firewall, the next generation firewall is Palo Alto firewall. You will just find out. So firewall is basically it is used as a gateway level security, right? And we already discussed about it, so many things like, suppose the packet is coming from outside to inside and packet going inside to outside, and that you know what that we have firewall implementations in all the industries, every companies which you're going anywhere right now, so you will just find out the firewalls implementation. So different firewalls available in the different what companies, and what type of security parameters required. So we are just using the firewall. Okay. And if you're just checking out the Gartner report of firewall, so we have some, I will let you know that you know what the Gartner report. So we have different firewalls available. Okay. So this is Gartner report. Firewalls. Okay. So we have some Gartner reports if you just checking it out. Okay. So you just find out that which is the you know what next generation firewall, which is number one firewall. You can just check it out, which things you will be going for the sort of things. Okay. So this is you know what the thing is there. If you just looking into this leaders, it's basically a Kamai Technologies and the F5 load balancer, Fortigate, Barracuda. Okay. Okay, different some different sort of firewalls availability sort of things. So you can just check it out. Okay, this thing is in the what the 19 magic firewalls. So what we can go for it is, suppose first of all, if you're just going for the you know what images sort of things, so you can take an image from the particular website, and then you can install in your workstations, and then you can configure the image. Okay, and then you can gonna run it on your VMware workstation environment. But right now the thing is important. Most of the firewalls that currently is online available, so you don't need to go for configure your firewalls in your VMware workstations, and it requires some sort of RAM or some sort of thing. So we can go for online sessions sort of thing. So you can go for it the www.paloaltonetworks.com and /demos, and then you just find out okay the demo centers of the Palo Alto, and then you can go for next generation firewall migrations tools, threat prevention sort of things, or URL filtering, wildfire, DNS security, panorama. Okay, it's panorama device basically is used to manage number of Palo Alto devices, VM series. Okay, and the VM series of CS Cisco CI. Okay, so different you know what demos are available. So what you're going to do it here, suppose if you're going to for the next generation firewall demo, so you can go for the request for a demo and then provide your informations on it, first name, last name, email address, and your company name, and job level and phone numbers and country. Okay, and the Palo Alto team going to send the credentials. Okay, accessibility on your email ID same time. Okay, so you can just register to yourself. Okay, for the demo, and then it will gonna work for you. Okay, the same things will be you just go for this particular you know what the Sophos as well. One second. We have go here. So if suppose you go for the real-time environment, okay, suppose going here, and then you can go for the here www.sophos.com and says nextgenerationfirewall.com. Okay, I will send you the link, no problem with this. And then you go for the free trials, online demo, and get pricing. So go for online demos. Okay, once you're going for online demos, and you will find out the firewall names, what things you required, is going for the registration sort of things. Okay, so provide your informations, or your name and your email ID, your business ID, or your Gmail ID sort of things, and then it will be open here, and then the demo user, and the password will be the demo, will be welcome. Okay, the username is a demo, and the password also demo. You can use it, will be showing sometimes. Then you can accept the you know what the license command sort of things. And this is the suppose next generation firewall is available right now. Okay, so once you understand the one firewall use cases, okay, how what is the monitoring, controlling, VPN, email, wireless, web, or content filtering, or routing mechanism, what is the different zones, firmware, backup solutions. So it will be going to apply each and every firewall sort of things. Okay, the console is different, the features is the main same. Okay, so suppose this is the controller, is this there, this is sort of things, traffic, how traffic is going inside. Okay, and the user devices inside, how many number of users are connected to the warning messages, synchronized applications gonna run it. Okay, so this is controller sort of things gonna working. This is the interfaces. Click on interfaces and what are different interfaces are connected. Okay, so same things will be applied on the different firewalls. Suppose I'm going for the Sonic firewall and going here. Okay, and then we just find out the what type of what models you need to be configured. So we can go for some of the devices. Okay, so this is the device I'm going to configure it right away. Okay, so we have one is Sophos firewall. So we have some interfaces, port A, port B. It's a physical addresses it is connected. Okay, and this is a transmission sort of things is there. So how the things are working over there. So the active firewall rules, different rules are gonna run it. Okay, this is the warning message is coming. So you can just take a look at what is the warning message is gonna run it. Okay, 1 year ago, and that is there. The warning things is there, and the current activities, what are different activities gonna run it. Okay, this is the host IP address is showing. Okay, and this the true users are connected with the devices. Okay, so live commands, the IPv6, this IPsec connections is connected or not connected, remote users are connected or not connected. So that sort of things you can just take a look. Okay, and you also getting the reports. Okay, different reports. Okay, so the two users connected, the HTTP images is there, Bing images, others secured. Okay, this is general internet, others infrastructure is showing. Okay, so it is basically used for the monitoring and analyzing what things are going on, how things are going on. Okay, what things we manage, or which is the highest packets is flowing in the network. Okay, and in the applications and web we will have to find out which is this secure zone name. Okay, LAN zone, how it's going to working, WAN zone, how much size of the packet is going on. Okay, and then in the application categories, general internet is using it basically, infrastructure, social engineering, networking, there means software updates. So this is the information you will find out. Okay, so somebody will ask you that what is what the highest users is getting the what type of applications traffic. Okay, so you just go through monitoring and reports, and then you will find out the use cases. Okay, what are the applications going to run it, what are the IP address going to run it, who's the IP address of the users is connected. Okay, and what type of traffic is going on. So these all things you will just check it out in this particular zone. Okay, those are the four sort of things. And if you're going for the diagnostic sort of things, so diagnostic is sort of testing your firewalls. Okay, so you can just search it out, different things. Okay, the web content is basically. Okay, so unable to load page, check your network connections. Okay, we'll check it, system graphs, and then the packet capturing sort of things. So in the firewalls, okay, the most of things, what the connection, what are the connection established, and then how the packet is going to working. Okay, the connections list is there also there, how many number of connections are working same times, because it's a demo sort of thing. So most of things you will not find out, but you can just find out the basic idea which things going on, what type of things are not working. Okay, so there is what demonstration, so that is why it's not going to come in. So the rules and policies. So the other thing is what different type of rules you can gonna create it into the firewalls. Okay, so add firewalls rules, you can create a new rule, and then you can create a new rules over there. So the rule name. Okay, so this is the test rules, you can create it, and you can provide it. This is what security group of things. Okay, and the rule positions is bottom, or this is top or bottom sort of things, you can just configure it. Okay, what type of VPN policies group, rule group is basically where to need to be applied this particular group. So it is a VPN policies, is automatic VPN sort of things, automatic or inbound policies, outbound policies. You can go for these say inbound policies, then what type of inbound policies where need to be applied this particular. Okay, role zone any and the source zone any, destination any. So you can just provide sort of LAN zone, WAN zone, DMZ zone, and Wi-Fi zone and network, different zones you can want to create same time. And also it's a destinations where the packet going to inside to outside, then we need to provide some different loans. Okay, so traffic is mostly is coming from, suppose you're sitting in the company and sending traffic to outside, so LAN to WAN zone. Okay, and it's the traffic coming from outside to inside, then WAN to LAN zone sort of need to be configurations required, okay. And what type of policies you can configure it over there, okay. And we have different things available, okay. So first things we have created, okay, what type of zone should be, and then accept the risk or drop the packet, okay. So you can create a policy, okay, and then you can once you get packet from sending packet inside to outside, okay. Suppose somebody will going to access the YouTube the company, and you can create a rules over there. Then any rules from you can say that in policies, and then you can say that what type of the zones, okay. So you can provide the LAN zone, and then you can here it is the WAN zone, okay. So any zone anywhere it is going, so it was blocked for each and everything. So you can go for WAN sort of things, or you can just provide some YouTube sort of thing, if it's a content sort of things, uh, YouTube restrictions, okay, sort of things. And then you can all the time at what time of what tools will be applied, 5 days, 6 days, and time of weekend, Sundays, what is this things all about, okay. And this is a destination service, which is services, okay. This is only for what zones is basically source, and this is also applied on the destination, what type of destinations you're going to be access, okay. And if you would like to exclude some of the IP addresses, so you can go for some exclude a particular IP addresses same time with the link. And you can go for the web filtering, so you can filter the web traffic, okay. So allow everyone or denying everything, or you can go for some outbound policies, you can configure it, executive policies you need to be configured. So it just depend what type of requirement you have, okay. Web filter, you can go for scan the HTTP traffic and decrypted traffic, all sort of things. So this is the security features available. And then the configure synchronized security heartbeat, okay. So it is what provides some heartbeat connectivity, and you can just check it out, scan email content, okay. So they were sending from mid to inside to outside, then it is check it out what type of ports is going to use it. So these are the some what tools and policies creation in the Sophos, okay. We have some same sort of things, it will be applied on the different firewall, okay. But the console is different, but the things are remain same, how it is going to working, okay. So intrusion preventions, we already talking about some time ago, the ITS and IPS policy. So this DDoS policy, sync flooding, UDP flooding sort of thing, TCP flood is there, because there is no traffic sort of going on with this. That is why you will not find out nothing is there, okay. Suppose you create a IPS, intrusion prevention services policy, so you can go for click on the ad, okay, and then you need to provide some name of the policy test policy, okay. Then you can provide some security policies all about, okay. Then you need to be applied where, okay. It's the IPS, intrusion prevention systems, way to apply, because okay. So you can apply on the ways called WAN tool, and traffic coming outside to inside, okay, or when the traffic coming outside to your servers, okay. So this is a demilitarized zone is there, okay. So you can provide some this sort of because you don't have previous available, that is why you need to modify, but you can just take a look existing things, okay. So these are some IPS things you already applied over there, right? So what happened into this particular, so what type of category is this, okay. Different browsers coming outside, okay. OS Windows, OS Solaris or policy, other sort of things. And then whatever severity, you can just say monitor or critical things and what sort of things, and then whatever platform you will gonna use it, okay. This is different platform is gonna attend the target system the server. Basically in the DMZ zone we always keeping for the servers, okay. Suppose traffic coming from outside, went traffic, and then it is moved to your it just moved to your DMZ zone, demilitarized zone, where servers are inside. And target filters, you can filter it, okay. So different categories are available into this, okay. So these are some NetBIOS WebEx things is coming, and then the packet will be dropped, packet will be dropped, okay. So you can categorize that what type of packet is coming, and that is it will be dropped sort of things, okay. This is the different categories, you can modify it, okay. These are the some what the things are, what this sort of things is coming from outside to inside your Linux platform, and it is what Windows platform, then it will be drop same time. Okay, so in prevention, because IPS basically is used for prevention sort of mechanism. Okay, so whatever the things coming from outside to inside, it is prevent automatically. Okay, and custom IPS signatures. So different signatures are available. Okay, so you can create the signature sort of things. Okay, select TCP connection. Also, it's a major sort of things, and allow packet or deny packet sort of things. You can customize the things. Okay, these things will be coming, and out apart from this one thing, it's all the packets will be dropped same time. Okay. So DOS spoof protections you can want to apply it. Okay, so you can apply what sort of thing, restrict non-IP MAC addresses sort of things, enables spoof preventions, and any spoof preventions is going to be removed. Okay, IP spoofing on the LAN side and the IP filter MAC, IP MAC pair filter will be applicable same time, right? So there's a restrictions you can be applied, and spoof the protection of trusted MAC and MAC address. Okay, only the trusted MAC address of a company systems. It that there's these MAC address will be applicable to communicate with a particular servers or particular IP addresses or destination IP address. Apart from this, another different MAC address not be allowed. Okay, sync flat, UDP flat, TCP flat, and ICMP sort of things. So these are some different things that are available. So you can just apply it as per the requirement of the company. And DOS bypass rule, you can just bypass the particular rule as well. So you can create rules over there, and then you can bypass the rules if it is things there. This IP address need to be applied, and destination IP address and source port number and source destination numbers, other sort of things. Okay, so this is basically the IPS intrusion prevent systems, how it's gonna working. Okay, DMZ to LAN zone. Okay, and then you can going to modify it as per the requirement. Okay, and the categories of Windows operating systems, all severity, servers, okay, operating system and services, the commentations is all about. Okay, so you can use the things, intrusion prevention things as per your company requirement, and you need to understand the use case of why we implement the IPS. Okay, where to implement the IPS sort of things. So these questions need to be understand, and you need to be checked to yourself before you're going to implement all sort of things. Okay, this is another thing is the web is there. Okay, so we have different websites available. So who is going to access what sort of website? So it's a web filter, web filter sort of things. Okay, we have created some of the policies over here. Okay, so anyone can enhance this is what the nudity and adult content is what it is blocked. Okay, what things are suspicious, risky downloads and suspicious activities, it's basically it is down. Okay, so it is allow HTTP1 HTTP, block HTTP and quota HTTP. Okay, so you can do multiple things as per your requirement. Okay, you need to be blocked, you need to be activate sort of things, or what things need to be done that you can do as per the requirement. Okay, so you can add a policies, and then you can go for it here, then you can go for some test policies you need to create for web filter, and then you can, it's just for web filter, it is use cases. Okay, and then you need to create some rules inside this. Okay, so rule is anybody. Okay, so the traffic which is coming from where, it is coming from anybody. Okay, add item, so it is coming from marketing team, non-users. It's okay, and different sort of departments or different IP address separating. You have subnets, you're using it from your own company. Okay, so the traffic coming from where, so the traffic from anybody. So what needs to be done? All web traffic, it is applicable, or we have to go for add a new specific. Okay, bandwidth heavy, and we can go for some common criminal activities, culture activities, drugs sort of things, or we have to go for lifestyle sort of things, or different in content web filters available. Okay, so suspicious activities has been done from the user, so we can also click on it, create new, so you can create your new things. Okay, and then you can go for address rules, and you can create your own things. Okay, this is the alcohol sort of things, or you can go for the alcohol. Okay, then you can apply it, and then okay, add user activity. So it is not gonna save it now. We understand this is a demo sessions, but how it's gonna working, so you know that we can create your own web filter sort of things. Okay, and then we can what type of actions we required, we have to allow traffic, we have to warn the traffic, we have to block the traffic, or we have to quota traffic, okay? And then what we're going to do it, we have to provide some timing, okay? Suppose 10 to 19 hours it will be blocked, and after the 19 hours it will be open for all the times, and all the time on Sunday, or all the weekdays and all the weekends, sort of things, okay? So if you can customize your policies as per the requirement of the company, that we required blocked in the official hours only, and after that it will be open, okay? Okay. Then we have some aid rules above and aid rules below. So we have two rules available, so we can allow or we have deny. So you can do whatever things will be applicable, sort of things. But if you were to create a same sort of rules again, so that you can go for clone rule above, so you can also clone the same thing, so you can modify it as per requirement, okay? Or you can clone one below. Okay, so these things will be applicable, sort of thing. Okay, so the right now is off status. If you're creating the on things, then the rules will be on at the same time. Okay, so this is the web filter is basically it is used for enforce sub search engines, whatever engines you're gonna use it, and enforce YouTube restrictions level. Okay, so moderate or what sort of things you need to be use it, and allow the quota time. Okay, 1 hours. How much do you need to provide timing specific to the users to use their YouTube? Okay, suppose the users can use 2 hours in the official day time, so you can provide allowed to quota 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, whatever. Okay, and the minutes you can gonna go for it. Okay, maximum timing. Advancing enable logging. Okay, so reporting will be logging and reporting will be coming same times. Prevent download files larger than, okay, so more than 200 MB files it should not be downloaded. Okay, so it is going to prevent. Restrict login domains as Google apps. Okay, so you can restrict another different domains if you are using to access this sort of things. Okay, so these are some web filter things you need to apply in this particular suppose firewall, or we can have different techniques available. The concept remains same, but the things, the console is different, so you can apply those things. So this is quota, the user activities, what the user is basically is going to do it. Okay, what the things are working in your company, and the user accesses or not accesses, and we have different sort of categories available, right? Okay, so we can modify the categories as per the requirement, right? So this is abstractional, and you can, this is productive, unproductive, applicable, acceptable, and objectionable. You can sort of things, and what type of traffic you need to be create. Okay, applicable, quality of service. Okay, you can provide some, yes, this traffic should be moved, quality of service sort of things, or how much bandwidth will be utilized to use this particular application sort of things. URL groups, we have different URL groups available, so you can simply block each and everything. Okay, and the URL blocked policies example.com, you can create your own with URL groups and you can block it. We have some exceptions as well, so you can suppose the one subnet you have added, and the some of the device need to be enabled. Okay, so you can Apple updates, what going to be what on, and then you can provide some different exceptions. Okay, so what type of website categories you can provide some source IP address, which source IP address, which destination IP address going, and what type of things need to be done. Okay, so you can provide some exceptions, which things can be except from the particular policies. And general settings, you can go for some different settings. Okay, scan engine selections, web proxy module, and the multiple features, HTTPS description scanning sort of things. And we have some more things, searching quotas, user notifications, content filters. Okay, so we have some content filter as well. Okay, so you can provide here, and then you can provide the name, and you will provide your files, which is the contents available. Okay, so it will be blocked same time. So guys, I would like to know that how many number of you guys are worked till now on the which firewalls you have worked till now, or you're not worked till now, and what you know about knowledge about the firewalls till now. Anybody can answer to me. Hello.
Yes, sir.
No, sir,
So
we haven't worked anyway.
have you worked on the firewalls till now? Gateway level
No, sir.
securities.
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem. So guys, this is application sort of thing. So this is applications filtering. This is web filter is different. Content filter is different. This application filter is different. So these are the some security features. These are security things you need to be apply on the firewalls. Okay, so you can block from the inside and you can from the outside of the person. Okay, some of the traffic from outside to inside. Okay, then you can block it. The traffic coming LAN to WAN zone, then you can block it. Okay, so this is sort of application filter or applications controls. You can do it also. So cloud operations, the applications list is there, different applications. Okay, LinkedIn, website, Concur, Office 365, how it's gonna working. Okay, so you can just gonna say that, yeah, this is the things we need to allow for the company. Okay, this is the 100 P2P. Okay, this specific core conference calls sort of things. Okay, so bandwidth loss is there, so sort of things. So you need to be take care about all the things which is the company requirements. You can go for acceptable things, and if the company is not required, then you cannot accept the things same way. Okay, suppose this is the second phase is Sophos. Okay, suppose you have purchased Sophos firewall. Okay, then you need to purchase the Sophos the wireless access point same time. Okay, once you purchase this access point from the Sophos. Okay, and this is the connected through particular wireless. Okay, so there is no different controllers required. Because suppose you purchase the first firewall, but you purchase some Aruba or Cisco wireless devices, so the Cisco and the different vendors access points will be not coming here. Okay, that is why the the firewalls and the access point require the same company, so that the firewall will be coming. Firewall have the informations what type of devices you have, what type of access points you have. You can manage it from here. The controllers we don't require extra cost. We don't need to pay the same sort of things. Okay, so if you have the same sort of wireless access points available, same company, so you can manage it from here. Okay, so wireless client list, so we have Sophos SSIDs available, guest SSIDs here, and Sophos demos there. Okay, so wireless networks, how many wireless networks there? Okay, so demo SSIDs, guest API, Sophos is created. So what we can do it, we have just create the demo name of the SSID you can create. So okay, and then you can description provided, and then the name of this what SSID you can provide, and you can this is for finance team, or this is the name of the SSID for the finance team. Okay, and what type of security WPA2 personal sort of security you're going to provide it, or WPA2 enterprise sort of things. Okay, sort of securities you can go for it, and then you can provide some password. Okay, pre-shared key sort of things. Okay, so passwords you can go for it, and you can provide the pre-shared key same time here and here. Okay, and the client traffic you can also provide it. Okay, go to some advanced settings. So what is it? Encryption is required, and the frequencies. Okay, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So what type of band? So you can go for both the bands same time, and time-based access you can also enable it. So how much time it will gonna be, they can use it. So 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, you can configure it. Okay, client isolation is disabled. Okay, hide SSID, no need to require, because it's a broadcasting sort of things required. Fast transitions not disabled. Okay, sometimes MAC filters you can configure it if you required. Okay, so these are the wireless networks you can manage it from here. Okay, the access points are also available. So what type of access point, different access points you available. So ID, label, status, channels, groups, country, MAC, everything you will be show here. If you have same sort of companies, access point groups, so you can create some different groups, and you can add the particular groups to the particular same ID. Mesh networks, hotspot, if you have a different hotspot available, you can manage it from here. Okay, hotspot, voucher definitions, and these sort of thing, wireless settings. Sorry, we're going over here. We're going here, and then the wireless settings you can go for it, LAN, Wi-Fi. Okay, and then we can go create for DMZ, VPN, gas sort of things, and this is going to work in timeout and DNS server sort of thing. So this is recommended to you that if you are using the same sort of wireless device of the same firewalls, you can use it here. But most of the cases, what the medium-sized companies are going to use it. But if you were working in the enterprise companies, right, so they are the different firewalls. Okay, some of the Palo Alto, they are using it. The checkpoints, they are using it. Okay, so the Dell Sonic firewall, they are using it. The Fortigate, they are using it. Okay, the suppose they are using it, but the Wi-Fi devices, the access point are different sort of companies. Okay, the Cisco companies are creating the Meraki devices, and the Meraki devices are very powerful devices, and you can say that we don't require to manage the Meraki device from the particular firewall. We required these are the device Meraki devices are available on the cloud management sort of things. Okay, so virtual controllers, they will we can create it, and we can also manage it in the wireless access points from the cloud portal as well. So the matter of thing, the things technologies have changed right now. So because if we going to implement the same sort of device, suppose wireless devices from this particular from the particular this firewall. Okay, so it will consume the CPU utilization of the firewall, and it is also consume the RAM of the firewall. Okay, so the sessions will be increased same time. Okay, the support will be less same times, and all if your firewall goes down, okay, or firewall is crashed, sometimes the configuration mismatched or crashed, so your Wi-Fi activity, wireless activity, also wireless technology, the wireless accessibility of the users is also get down same time. Okay, so that is why the most of the companies are going for some different vendor specific things once they are implementing the firewall. Okay, so Cisco and Aruba devices from the HP, and the WatchGuard devices available, so different vendors available in the wireless technology, so they are using it, so those sort of things. But if you're just talking about the firewall capable of security, we require some major security concern. We don't go for the wireless things, we have to go for some major security things. Availability, what type of license availability, what is the cost of the firewall, what type of what security things we need to adopt it. Okay, the signature level, the pattern based sort of things we need to be checked to go for it. So we'll consider all things, and also if the companies thinks that we have to manage it from the particular wireless from the same firewall, so that they will gonna purchase the same sort of vendors, it's gonna work. Okay, so this is the email feature. So this is the configuration. You can configure the policy. Something has been and goes down on a policy is happened, or logs are available. So you can create some exceptions, and you can also create a policy that if this happen, then it will be automatically send an email to the administrator that the things happen. Okay, so need to be configure some settings. Okay, so you need to provide some SMTP IP address and the mail ID of your company or your admin things. Web servers, we have different web servers. So we can create a group. Okay, we can add the particular servers over there, so that everything is you just check monitoring from the here. Advanced threat protections, advanced threats, so you can different protection is basically going to working. Okay, long and drop, what type of packets will be allowed, what type of packets will be denied, and if any intelligence need to be done, so that what type of intelligence is required. So malicious things will be coming, so it will be captured from here. Okay, so this is malicious things, so is detected by the malicious things. Okay, and this is also the malicious thing, so the port is basically showing it. Okay, so this is malicious things, suspicious activities, what is all about, and how it's going to block it. So you can just enable the threat intelligence into the devices, the Sandstorm settings. Basically you can also use it as a company comment. Central synchronization, so suppose you have multiple Sophos firewalls available, different branches, so you can enable the central synchronization, so that it will be synchronized everywhere. Okay, so you can to configure over there and provide the ID and password. Okay, and apply the reporting sort of things. Okay, so it will be synced from your central device, and then it can be connected. Okay, the VPN connectivity, you know that very well, that how to connect, what is a VPN is all about, how to configure. So suppose if you're going here, and then you need to create some connectivity, so we need to understand site-to-site VPN, remote access, host-to-host connections, and tunnel interface, right? So most of the times we are creating the site-to-site and the remote access, those sort of things. Okay, host to host we don't require in companies, so most of the companies are creating a site to site VPNs. They have different branches. Okay, so the support only, and then you can provide the name of this particular VPN. So we can see the test VPN is all about. Okay, this is IP version 4 sort of things. And also its descriptions, you can find out this is for different branches name and what type of encryptions you want to apply it. So it's a policy based IK version 2. These are the different algorithms of encryption. So I will tell you once we go for the VPN sessions. Okay, what are the different algorithms we are using it. So default LOTP and IK version 2, IK version 1 policies, Azure, different things available. Okay, and the authentication type, so we have appreciate key, digital certificate required, RSA key token. Okay, so most of the times in the IPsec we are using the appreciate key, so specific C. Okay, and sometimes we going for the digital certificate for depend on the what type of encryption you're using. Is a asymmetric or asymmetric encryption sort of things you required. So if you're going for the asymmetric sort of things way, or we required some one key or two key required. So okay, and sometimes the digital certificate. Okay, so digital certificate client to server communication sort of things. So then we required digital certificates. And if you have a tokens, RSA tokens we required, the ADS server sort of things, then we can go for the RSA token sort of things. Okay, so in the IPsec, most of the times we will go for the pre-shared key. So one key is basically used from source, and one key is basically from the destination end. And it is a faster use. Okay, that is why we use pre-shared key. Okay, so this is you need to provide the pre-shared key, whatever it would be. Okay, then we provide the remote gateway. So the remote gateway IP address you need to provide, destinations IP address, and then the interface, which interface you need to be added. Okay, uh, and the local traffic where this is coming from, this particular IP address. Okay, then we need to provide some IP addresses things, and the which things we need to be followed. Okay, the remote subnet if you have, you will provide it. If you don't have, not provide, no problem. Okay, the advanced. Okay, so the client as a client or as a server, which things need to be connected, and then you can go for save sort of things. Okay, so IPsec connections is all about the SSL VPN connections, because if you're coming connected from the outside of your company and you need to access your remote field server, remote access sort of things. So you can want also create some same sort of things. Okay, so you can create the remote sales and providing and the policy members of what are the different policy members are available, different users are there, and which channels you're going to access, the heartbeat IP address, and you're going to use it, and then add them. You can also create the new SSL VPN. Okay, so you can create here, and then you can provide the name, descriptions, and the policy, which policy we need to bind. These are some users name. Okay, it's and the policies by the same time, and then you can go for the tunnel, which type of tunnel access is. Okay, so Windows 10, Windows 8, what type of server it is. Okay, so we can apply, and we can go for test sort of things, and then we can apply the thing. So all things are available right now, so you need to understand how it's going to working. That's it, simple things. Okay, these are some, so force content filters, site to site connectivity, R2TP connections, client desk connection, bookmark groups, PPTP, IPsec policies. So different policies are created, different policies how to creating. You can create your own policies. So what type of encryptions, what are levels, new policies, the encryptions, and then key negotiations twice. Okay, so you can go for how many number of things required. The IK version 2, IK version 1, need to understand algorithms of encryptions. Okay, this is main mode and aggressive mode, what type of modes you required, authentications. Okay, this is SH2 sort of things, RSA, key weapons, fast data combinations. Okay, and the phase 1, how things gonna working, phase 2, how things gonna working. Okay, connectivity, and the period and how much time it will be providing, it's a dead period or not period. Okay, so how much time it will be waiting before it declare that it's your destination that side is not reachable. So dead period sort of things. Okay, they initiate sort of things, or it is disconnect, also hold sort of things. So what type of things need to be, if the peer is not reachable, then what things need to be, go for it. Okay, so these things we need to create the policies of IPsec VPNs. Okay, so it's sort of, when you can just take a look and you create yourself what type of protocols. So we have a separate session for VPN, so you can understand the concept, but how the things are working in the VPNs. Okay, you just take a look here that if you're creating a new VPN certificate servers, you require some host name, you require some port numbers, you require some IP address, gateway, phase 1, phase 2, pre-shared key, all sort of things really required once you're going for sort of the encryption VPN things need to be working. Okay. Now another term is basically it is used right now is it's not working. It is hand. Okay, it's just closing the thing. It's second. Okay, it's just freeze right now, so we can go for some different firewalls. Okay, so we have same things available here. So we have to go for some the management. Okay, manage of the firewalls. Oh, it's second here. It's just a little slow. So same things whatever things will be we are doing in the Sophos firewall. Okay, the what the policies, the web, wireless, email, Google's policies, content filter, control, monitoring, diagnostic things. You can be same things will be applied on this particular firewall. You can also go to the Fortinet site www.fortinet.com/demo center.html site, and then you can go for here. Okay, and then you can you will find out different availability of the firewalls. Then you can go for the Fortigate next generation firewall demo. Just click on it, and then you will just need to provide your informations. Okay, this information, first name, last, and everything. And then okay, then you submit, and then the email will be coming to your inbox, and then they will provide you access for sometimes, and then you can go for the demo. Okay, you go for all sort of things, demo things. Just try to user interface things. You need to understand how services, how it looks like, what is the console is there, what are the different services are available. So you can do multiple things once you go for it. The Fortigate, this is Sonic Wall, that's Sonic Walls, this is the the Palo Alto. I already request for a demo sort of things to them. Okay, you can go for it. The Sophos we are working right now. Okay, and we have some checkpoint for firewall as well. So go for the checkpoint online demo. Okay, and then you just find out this particular form. So you just write down all the informations and then get started, and then they will send an email to your personal email ID or your official email ID, and then you can use your checkpoint firewall. So we have checkpoint firewall, we have Sophos firewalls, we have Dell Sonic firewalls, we have Fortigate firewalls. Okay, so we have different firewalls things available same time. Okay, so the things we are working, so the licenses, all sort of things. So we have, if you're going for the enterprise sort of firewalls, we first of all need to understand what are different licenses availability, because licenses are quite costing. So this is the console, the security services, different things are available. Okay, so the PK, deep packet inspection, DPI, deep packet inspection. Okay, and we have DP SSL enforcement. We have content filter client, so it is license. Okay, it's unlimited for one, and this is the how it is be expiration date is there, the how much number of license available, this one. And we have SSL VPN, we have global VPN, we have botnet filter we were talking about into this. Okay, we have some gateway, antivirus, firewall, intrusion, IPS, IDS sort of things available into this, so we can work on it. Okay, and it's a stateful high availability sort of the concept, HA mode which is talking about. Okay, so all features available, how many of number of license. So whatever the license things available, you just take, you can work on it. If these things are not licensed, then you cannot use those things. Okay, the content filters we cannot use this because of there is no license available. Okay, so these are the some license you need to purchase it from there. Okay, and how, what type of supports you have is 8 into 5, 21 to 7. Okay, software firmware updates and hardware warranty. So these are the some dates available, all sort of things. Okay, okay, suppose you are the guy. Okay, you are working on the firewall gateway level security. Okay, so you are working on IDS, IPS, VPN, DL, okay, antivirus management sort of thing. So before you're going to do anything, okay, you need, what you do anything, first of all, what you would like to take a things, first of all, import. Okay, export the configuration, so that you need to export the settings same time. Okay, so that any changes you need to be done it. Okay, it will be, if it is not going to work, so you can import the settings. Okay, same time from the firewall, and then the things are working as it is, which is working before. So it is sort of backup of your settings. Okay, I suppose if you would like to go for the set, taking the backup of your firmware, it's like a operating system or operating system of your firewall. So what you can do it, you can just go for the what type of what type of firmware operating system you would like to choose it. And before you're going to choose it, go for taking and download the particular file same time. Okay, so this is the important things is you first of all take the settings backup, import settings, and also sometimes you can go for firmware backups of sort of things, and then you can modify it anything. Okay, you can just, so any support centers, if you're going to call anybody, then they first of all they will take a backup of your firmware, and they will take the backup of your settings. Okay, so this is the settings and configurations of your device, so that they will export the settings, and they will taking the backup of device, and then they will gonna change anything. So that is the main thing is available. Okay, then we have some restart options. So there is no effect. The WXA firmware is not gonna use it. Okay, this it is basically you will find out the firmware details, isn't everything. So in the restart buttons, you can go for restart the devices, and then we have, and same thing is available like all the firewalls. If you're going to Fortigate, if you're going to Firewall, and if you're going for the particular device uh, of you can say that. Uh, okay, it is taking a little time. We have made a changes. That is why it is taking time. It is freeze right now. Okay. So the same thing is you will find out in the VPN console as well. Basic settings. So I need to understand with the VPN uses the IPsec sort of things, remote access, host to host sort of thing. Okay, and then what is the pre-shared key? What is the different algorithms are using it, how encryptions. Okay, and then you understand the phase one, you understand the phase two, you understand the zones. Okay, and you understand the which what is the gateway is all about. Okay, so this is the important things you need to be understand before you come to configure any VPN. Okay, so in the VPN, what we need require the destination and informations all the time. Okay, because we require some gateway information. So once the traffic is going to out inside to outside, it is required some gateway. Okay, to go to outside. So gateway informations is required, and we require some pre-shared key. Same pre-shared key you're going to use it source end, and same pre-shared key you can use for destination end. It's asymmetric sort of things. Okay, and what you're going to do it in the side-to-side VPN where you're going to use it. Those terms. Okay, wait a second. It is little hanged. It's taking time. Okay, so we have VPN available sort of things. We have SSL VPN. We have access points available. I already suggest you that if you purchase Sonic Wall Dell firewall, then you require Dell access point same time. Okay, and we have some different rules we can gonna create it. Okay, so what are the access rules, applications rules, application control, how do you content filter gonna working. Okay, how the net policies, network access, and what netting. Okay, how it's gonna working, what are different objects you're gonna create it. Okay, because different objects you need to create, and then we can provide some different things. Okay, let's second. बर्बाद होना चाहिए बर्बाद ना हो बर्बाद ना हो Okay, so it is going to be little hanged right now, so just wait for dear guys for 2 minutes. Okay, so this is the what you can just go for each and everything. Okay, so in meanwhile what I'm going to do it, I'm just going to send you the links. Okay, so you guys are what working on the firewall is one of them, and you can go for some this one for Sophos. Okay, this is again for the Palo Alto. It's a next generation firewall. And it is right now it's not accessible. This for Dell. Firewall. And it is this is Fortigate. So guys, these are the some what the top five firewalls, top five gateway level security devices. Okay, this is called firewall. Okay, it's a defensive device. Okay, you know attacking. You have done the certified ethical hacking. I know, guys. You guys know the attacking sort of things. But if you're working in the SOC environment, okay, security operations center sort of things, or if you're working as a security consultant and cyber security consultant, okay, you need to work in the company. Then they know that yes, you know that the attacking things. Yes, we can go for DDoS attack will be coming, or the malware things will be coming. The phishing attacks has been done, or we can say that different malware attacks you can gonna work it. But how can we go for defensive approach? How can we countermeasure all sort of attacks? Okay, and okay, so the most of the things, the first layer of the security is what the gateway level security need to be accomplished. Okay, so that is why every company is looking for the firewall engineers, the next generation firewall engineers, the Palo Alto engineers, different firewalls available in the market. Okay, so the matter of fact that what is the best and the next generation firewall, the best one is Palo Alto is one of them. Okay, it is the firewall that it is used for the the banking sector, and it's the insurance sector where the high security required. Okay, and then we required, then the second number is Fortigate device. Okay, and okay, but that depend what type of costing it is. Okay, so Fortigate is also the best device you can find out in the top MNCs. And the Dell Sonic World device of this, the different series available. If you just check it out here, you will just find out different going here. And then we have different models available: 6.5, 9650, 5565, and 6650 TZ. So it is depend on what type of your company use case. Okay, suppose your company is using in the security operations center, or if you work implement the firewall in the 500 to 600 number of people, so 4650 is good. Okay, and the number of the 1000 to 1500 number of people, then it is this one is okay. Okay, the if you are working on this NSF 9650. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, yes, please mute your mics if you have any doubts. Okay, guys, so it is the 9650 is the topmost device that is used. It is used in the security operations center SOC environment. Okay, so you will find out number of features available into this. Okay, the matter of that features you will get it, but it is also the throughput of the device is very high. Okay, the RAM is very high, on the CPU utilization is very powerful sort of things. That is why it is the costly device. But you can here you will just find out the use cases. You can just find out number of things on the online demos. Okay, so that is why this is the third number I am just going for it. Okay, And the Sophos, you will find out the companies which is the small to medium sort of companies, you will just find out. And sometimes it is going for medium service companies. So somebody will ask you that if you have worked on the gateway level security, then what you know all what you know about the gateway level security, right? And the matter of fact that the firewalls, the IPS, IDS, content filter, web filter, application filter, VPN, okay, tunnels, and we can say the wireless management sort of things, and we can say that the alerts and monitoring and the load balancing of the ISPs. Okay, so all the things are you will just find out in the one device. That is why the security level gateway is very important. Okay, so suppose if you are working on the live environments, then what type of different DNS and percentage of applications going to run it. Okay, so if you're going with the live monitor sort of things, and then you just find it out that how things are working. Okay, this multi-core utilizations, okay, sort of things, what are the applications going to run it. If you're going here, and you can also find out which applications we're just talking about here. Okay, so different applications going to run it, and different packet is going and outside inside things are working. Okay, and also you can just check it the system status. So what is what the how things are working into this. So this is basically, it is basically for monitoring purpose. So what different things available for monitoring things. So okay, so if you're going to go for investigate uh, panel, and we have find some different things available here, different features you will find out. Okay, so event logs, we have different event logs, we have log report as well. Okay, so what type of different logs we will find out. We have go in the packet monitors, and then we will find out different packets are running inside this. Okay. So we start capture. First of all, if you're going into the packet capturing sort of things, what you're going to do it, first of all, you need to be stop capture, and then we need to be create default monitor, create monitor, all monitor default clear, refresh, start monitoring sort of things. So it is going to be monitoring if it is things are working. Okay, then you will go for configure. Okay, and then what you need to do it. So first of all, what you're going to monitor. Okay, so provide the IP address, the source and destination sort of things, and forward packets, custom consumed packet, and drop packet. What you're going to be monitor. This is what type of display things need to be, if the things, whether the things will be again. Okay, and what advanced monitor, what things will be covered into this monitoring. Okay, so most of things you will is going for the monitoring filter, you can going to use it. Okay, once the traffic will be coming, and then you will go for what different the PNG, PSC PNG and lidcop. Okay, HTML text format, app data. Okay, so PSCP basically it will be open on the Wireshark, and then you can just check it out what type of traffic it's gonna working. Okay, so this file will be open in the Wireshark by default, and then you can just capture the packets of the firewall. Right, so this is the things gonna running into the firewall. Okay, network props, so you just find out. Okay, so we have the X2 and X1. These are the two interfaces are basically working on it. Okay, then the prop status is the whole it is its working status. Okay, then we have some log reports which is check it out, the logs of the particular device. Connection logs, we have different connections established. Okay, so these are some different devices: source IP, source port, destination vendor, destination IP, destination port, everything you will just find out into this particular firewall. Okay, so you have how it's going to working. Okay, so these are the some two ports or packets are this what the packets are capturing. Okay, packets are transmit same time. Okay, so for what type of packets going to running on it. Okay, so this is things you can manage it over from here. So we have another tab is the managed tabs. Okay, so in the managed tab, basically what we're going to do it, we have different things available. So going to the users. Okay, we have going for the network is important one. Then we have some in the interface informations. Okay, so X0 interface is basically, it is by default it is for LAN zone. Okay, so LAN interface is these are the 11 and 12, 18, 27 ports. Okay, these are the 27. We can say 28 ports are basically the physical interfaces are available into this particular firewall. Okay, so it is basically it's a very big firewall. It's the enterprise never SOC environment firewall sort of things. Okay, so external interface for LAN zone, X1, X2, X3. These are the some WAN zones. Okay, you have created, and if you have need to create some different ports, okay, different connectivities. So first of all, what type of things, what type of what zones need to create it. Okay, LAN zone, WAN zone, demilitarized zone is basically it's for servers. Okay, WLAN, wireless LAN. Okay, and headquarter LAN basically it is used for. So suppose we're going to create for the LAN sort of things, and then we provide some static IP address. Okay, so most of the times the WAN is basically used for static IP address. So provide the WAN IP address. This is a subnet mask, this gateway, all the informations you need to be provided here. Okay, and this auto negotiate what type of speed of the particular interface you can reapply here. Okay, and then what type of it's the bandwidth management will be applicable. Okay, so how much bandwidth will be utilized from the particular interface, so you can configure it as per your required things, right? So this is the information need to be fill up as per the requirement. Okay, and suppose this is the WAN zones, we need to be modify it. Okay, so these are the things will be okay, how it's going to working. That's okay, the static IP, this is the IP address will be assigned. Okay, this is the things available, this is DC LAN, and then the things auto negotiate all sort of things. Okay, and this is the MAC of the particular port. Okay, and this is some bandwidth not applicable. So if you click on it, and then it will be only 384 sort of things will be, and kbps will be applicable to all sort of things. So those things. Okay, and if you have some what load balancing sort of things. Okay, so this is the one interface available, so we cannot do for load balancing in the one interface. Suppose we have required two or more interfaces to for load balancings. Okay, so if you're going for here, then we only one interface is configured. So these are the types of the zone, and the load balancing. This is basic failover. Okay, once if you basic failover, if you have two interface, one is down, and then another one, if we need to enable it. And round robin, means that we have two interfaces. Then at this one time traffic is going with this one, second time traffic going with extra interface same time. Okay, and if we have some spillover, we need to provide some if the x1 exceeds with 30% or 40%, then the traffic will be going to the x2 interface same time. Okay, so need to provide some how much kilobytes things need to be, and the ratio method 50-50%, how much ratio we want to provide 50% traffic on 60%. Suppose x1 is your primary ISP, so you can provide this as 70% of the traffic will be consumed this particular x1 interface, and 30% less of the backup sort of things. So these are the backup the load balancing need to be configured as per the requirement of the company, or you can say that. Okay, we have another term is basically it is used for the zones which I'm talking to you right away. Then we have some different zones available. So LAN zone, WAN zone, DMZ zones, and what are the different things are working on the zones. Okay, suppose we're going to add that some zones, so we need to provide some informations like that. What type of things is public or trusted wireless VPN is all about, and then we need to be configure it. Okay, there are a number of things in the routing, so you need to provide a specific routing. How your packet will be forwarding same as to different destinations. Okay, okay, the OSPF and the RAPE and OSPF version 2 are available. Okay, so it is by default it's going to working. If you're going for some different destinations, you don't need to add a route policies. These are the DHCP servers. If you not running your own DHCP server, then you can create a DHCP server from here. Okay, so what you're going to go for some state dynamic, and then you need to provide some informations. Okay, not dynamic, this is going for the from here. Okay, so start range, end range, and this is 144 time limit and gateway, and then subnet mask and gateway. So you can provide your own DHCP server and provide the different IP address to the different destinations sort of things. Okay, so that's it for the day. So any questions, guys, you can just ask to me. This is the gateway level securities we have just checked it out today, and this is the applicability of which we've been talking about the VPN, the gateway level applications, content filter, and monitoring. Okay, firewall settings, routing, load balancing. Okay, and monitoring and okay the firmware, okay, and the backups, okay, as VPN, SSL VPNs, users, interface, objects. So number of things we have studied today for the practical sort of things. So you just create the accounts into the on the all sort of them, and then try to use anything, and then let me know what your use case is. So I expect that you understand things, and then currently I just already provide you the assignments of what how where we need to apply the content filter, where we need to apply the web filter, what is the requirement of firmware upgradations, what is the requirement of VPN, what is the requirement of SSL VPN, what is things that we require in the SSL VPN, what is the requirement in the VPN, okay, what type of different rules we gonna create it, what is the difference between the content filter and application filter, and those things, right? So these you need to understand all sort of answers and provide me the assignments as soon as possible for the network side. So any things you would like to ask me for today?
So Mahesh, so based on those questions you sent right earlier, so regarding those, we have to do it in the firewall and then show it to you, right?
Yes, you can do practice on the firewalls, okay, and then check it out the use cases, why we require SSL VPN use cases, what things we require the VPN, okay, and the content filter and everything, whatever you think that I will provide you the all things, okay, in the console, okay. So anything you would like to me, you just give me the Skype call any times, and then we will help you out. You can just give me a message on the Skype so that I will help you out.
Is there any specific firewall which we need to work out, or we have to show the results for every firewall that you sent?
No, the thing is important here. Uh, every firewall have same features available. VPN is the topic. It is used for every firewall. The content filter, web filter, the monitoring, alerts, or the the load balancing. Every firewall are going to use it. Okay, it's not for a specific firewall. I'm just talking about all an idea. You need to understand the gateway level security is most important part is this because once you're going for any as a SOC analyst company or anywhere, it is mandatory to they will ask you the questions regarding the firewalls, gateway level securities, VPN, and all things which I'm talking to you right away. So it is universal. It's not for a specific one thing. It's for universal things.
And Mahesh, in real time also the interface is same like this or any difference between?
Interfaces are the physical interfaces are the main same, right? So what type of policies, what type of implementation you're doing it is different sort of things. Okay. Sometimes we require one LAN zone, we require two ISP zone, we require three ISPs. Okay, so then you need to configure it as per your requirement.
Okay.
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 So guys, thank you for your time. Okay, and we will just doing the same class tomorrow, same time. Thank you for your time.